Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Welcome back to Old Coins Prices, your go-to spot for all things coins, collectibles, and valuable treasures. Today, we're diving into a penny so rare, it's worth a whopping $1.3 million. Yep, you heard that right, a 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Let's break it down and see why this little guy could make you richer than you ever imagined. Now, before we jump into this hidden treasure, let me share a little personal story. One time, I found a penny on the sidewalk, just like many of us do, but that penny turned out to be worth a bit more than a cup of coffee. It's moments like that which remind me how crazy valuable old coins can be. Let's talk about how you can spot one of these elusive gems. So, what makes the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so special? Well, let's start with why it has no mint mark. Unlike most pennies, which were produced in one of several mint facilities across the country, like Denver, Philadelphia, or San Francisco, this particular penny was struck without any mint mark at all. Now, why does that matter? Think of it this way: less mint mark equals less coins equals more rarity. The lack of mint mark has driven its value sky high in the collector's market. Compare this to a standard 2004 penny, which, at most, is only worth a few cents. But this penny could buy you a whole lot more than a few coffees. Now let's talk dollars and cents. This 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has a current market value of around $1.3 million. That's a crazy return for a coin you might have just tossed in a jar with your spare change. But how do you find one? It's not like these pennies are sitting in plain sight. You've got to dig a bit deeper. First, check for worn details or missing mint marks. Even slight imperfections can boost a coin's value. Plus, knowing what to look for, like subtle variations, can turn a common coin into a jackpot. Here's another tip: don't underestimate small, local coin shops or estate sales. These spots are gold mines for finding hidden treasures. Alright, folks. That's your quick guide to the 2004 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about hidden treasures, coins like these can be life-changing finds. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more awesome coin tips, history, and strategies. You never know what rare coin might be sitting in your change jar. Stay tuned for more videos and stories about coins worth serious cash, because you never know when you might unearth a piece of history. Hey there, coin enthusiasts. Have you ever stumbled upon a coin that could be worth way more than just pocket change? Well, today, we're diving into a penny that's been turning heads, the 2020 D-Mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's right. A regular penny from 2020 could land you a fortune, and in this video, I'm going to break down why, share some fun facts, and maybe even tell you a personal story about how I discovered a rare find. Now, you might be thinking, a penny from 2020? How can it be worth that much? Well, let's dive into what makes this little piece of copper so valuable. The 2020 D-Mint penny was minted at the Denver Mint, and here's where things get interesting. It's a wheatie, which means it features Abraham Lincoln, and these coins are in high demand because of their potential for error or scarcity. What sets the 2020 D apart? Minting flaws, low production numbers, and errors, they all contribute to its rare status. Even small imperfections can send the value skyrocketing. For example, if you spot a double die error or a D-Mint mark that's slightly off-center, you've got something special. But here's where it gets really fun. I once found a wheat penny at a flea market that wasn't even a 2020, and even that was worth over $500. So, you never know what you're going to uncover in those old coin jars. Alright, so how do you know if your 2020 D-Mint mark penny is worth big bucks? Here are a few quick tips: double dies, misplaced mint marks, and off-center strikes are the key indicators. Coins in excellent condition, free of wear and tear, fetch top dollar. Get your coin graded by professionals to determine its true value. And trust me, a little bit of research goes a long way. It's not just about finding a rare coin, it's knowing what to look for. Speaking of research, let me tell you about the time I spent hours going through my grandmother's old coin collection. I was convinced there was nothing valuable in there, until I pulled out a 1964 penny that sold for $3,000. A little dust, a lot of patience, and bam! My jaw hit the floor. I mean, sometimes it's just luck or a good eye, but boy, does it feel good when you hit the jackpot. So, next time you're digging through change, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden gems. Who knows? You might just find a coin that turns into your ticket to a serious payday. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. I've got plenty more tips, personal stories, and valuable finds to share with you. Let's make coin collecting fun and maybe even profitable. Want more tips on coins worth money? Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Hey everyone! Welcome back to Coincrafters, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and help you uncover hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about a penny so valuable, it's enough to make anyone do a double take, the 1973 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Picture this, you're at a garage sale, and you spot an old jar filled with coins. You pick up a 1973 D penny, laugh it off, and move on, only to find out it's worth over $1.50 million. Yeah, it's that crazy. So, why is the 1973 D Lincoln penny worth so much? Let's break it down. Back in 1973, the U.S. Mint in Denver struck these pennies, and while they weren't anything special at the time, a few rare errors made them one of the most sought-after coins today. These pennies often have misaligned dies, odd markings, and subtle flaws that collectors just can't get enough of. But here's where it gets exciting. A typical 1973 D penny is worth just 1 cent, sure. But if you have one with that rare mint mark error, you're sitting on a small fortune. Some have sold for over $1.5 million, and people are still finding them. You know, this reminds me of a story from my own coin hunting adventures. A few years back, I found a handful of pennies in my grandpa's old jar. I was about to toss them, thinking they were worthless. Then, I saw that one penny, a 1973 D with a slight misalignment. Guess what? It appraised at over $1,000. Moral of the story? Always check those old coins. Now, you might be wondering, why even bother with old pennies? Well, beyond the thrill of finding something valuable, collecting coins is like going on a historical treasure hunt. Each coin tells a story, the mint, the era, and the people who once used them. So, the next time you're at a flea market or going through your old change, give those pennies a second look. Who knows? You might just stumble upon your own $1.5 million 1973 D Lincoln penny. And hey, if you're loving this coin adventure, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more coin tips, tricks, and stories. We're here to help you turn your spare change into real treasure. Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel, where we dive into the world of rare coins, valuable finds, and hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket right now or hiding in a dusty old jar worth a small fortune. Yep, I'm talking about the 1994 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. Believe it or not, this tiny coin is worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Let's dive into why this little penny packs such a big punch. So, let's set the stage. Most people, when they hear 1994 penny, think, oh, just another penny. But this one is anything but ordinary. You see, in 1994, the U.S. Mint produced pennies with no mint mark, which means they were struck in Philadelphia, but with no identifying letter beneath Lincoln's image. Normally, you'd find a P for Philadelphia, but these, nothing. Now, why does that matter? Well, in the world of coin collecting, mint marks are everything. They can boost the value of a coin by a crazy amount, especially when there are fewer than expected, like this 1994 no mint mark. Not only is it scarce, but the condition of the coin also plays a huge role in its worth. A well-preserved penny, even with some wear and tear, can still sell for hundreds of thousands, and in this case, millions. So, here's a funny story for you. A while back, I found a jar of old coins while cleaning out my grandmother's attic. Most of them were ordinary, a couple of wheat pennies, a few dimes, and then, tucked away at the bottom of the jar, was this 1994 penny, no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. I couldn't believe something so ordinary looking could be worth so much. Now, imagine finding one of these in your own collection or even in your change jar. It's totally possible. So, if you're out there looking for hidden treasures, keep an eye out for coins like this. As of today, a 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny in near-perfect condition has fetched up to $1.6 million at auction. That's right, millions. And it's not just speculation, the market is proving that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the rarest of the rare. But why the sudden surge in value? Well, beyond the rarity, these coins have gained attention because of a few factors. Fewer coins were produced than expected, the condition is crucial, and the overall rarity is driving up demand. You know, it's kind of like finding an old forgotten VHS tape, remember those? You stumble upon it, and it turns out to be a lost classic worth more than you thought. That's what a 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny feels like. It's hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be uncovered. So, if you've got old pennies lying around, or you're just curious about rare coins, you've got to hit that subscribe button. I'll be sharing more tips, stories, and strategies on how to spot hidden gems like this 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Who knows, you might just find a fortune in your own collection. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with fellow coin enthusiasts. Let's build this community of treasure hunters together. See you in the next one. Hey everyone! Ever heard of a little penny that could? Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, why it's so special, how much it could be worth, and maybe even how you could cash in on some serious coin. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins, history, and, of course, how to turn those tiny pieces of metal into big bucks. Today, we're talking about the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, an unsung hero in the coin world. Now, why is this penny a big deal? Well, let's dive in. First things first, let's break it down. A 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is like that one forgotten gem in your old coin jar. For years, it was just a regular penny, until collectors realized how rare it really is. You see, most 1978 pennies have a mint mark, either D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco, but the ones without any mint mark were accidentally overlooked, and that's what makes them special. Yeah, you heard that right. Out of millions of 1978 pennies produced, a very small fraction slipped through without a mint mark. Now, those missing mint marks are a big deal. You know how people get with their penny hunts, like modern-day treasure hunters. It's almost like looking for buried pirate gold, but in your couch cushions. And let's be honest, we've all gone through that phase where we're just staring at a penny, wondering if it's worth more than the dime sitting right next to it. But with a 1978 no mint mark? That thought's no joke. I actually found one of these in my grandpa's old coin jar, and I gotta tell ya, I was shocked. It was just a penny at first glance, but doing some research later? Turns out, it could be worth a ton. I mean, I thought my collection of quarters was something, but this was a total game changer. Today, collectors are paying anywhere between $1,000 to $1.7 million for that little no mint mark. And yep, you heard that right, million. Crazy, right? It's like that one lucky scratch-off ticket you don't buy often enough until you realize how much it could pay off. Market value breakdown. So, how does it get from a humble penny to a fortune? Well, rarity drives value. Only a handful of these pennies exist without the mint mark, and collectors go nuts for them. From eBay auctions to coin shows, this little penny has made headlines. And don't even get me started on the bidding wars. I mean, I watched one of these pennies go for $1.7 million, let that sink in. So, there you have it, a glimpse into the fascinating world of the 1978 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny. Whether you've stumbled upon one or are just curious, these coins are a perfect example of how something small can turn into a big deal. And hey, if you want more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth serious cash, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more treasure hunts ahead. Hit that like button if you've ever searched for hidden treasures in your change jar, and we'll see you next time. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Have you ever looked through your old pennies and wondered if any of them are worth a small fortune? Well, today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating pennies out there, the 1968 D-mint Mark Lincoln penny, which could be worth up to $1.8 million. So, what's the deal with the 1968 D-mint Mark Lincoln penny? Well, it's all about what makes it rare. Unlike modern coins, which were mass produced, older pennies from specific years can have flaws, errors, or unique qualities that make them insanely valuable. Let me tell you a little story. I once went through a shoebox filled with my grandpa's old coins. Most were pretty common, but one day, I stumbled upon a 1968 D penny. I laughed thinking, how could a penny ever be worth anything? But little did I know, here's why it matters. Back in 1968, the US Mint was working on phasing out the small wheat stock design. Instead, they started producing coins with a more modern look, like the one we're talking about today. So, what makes this 1968 D penny so valuable? Well, first off, it's a combination of rarity and condition. If you find one in mint condition, meaning barely circulated or preserved, it's much more likely to fetch big bucks. Look at this one. Definitely not worth $1.8 million unless it's being used as a coaster. Okay, so how do you know if your 1968 D penny is worth millions? Well, start with the basics: condition, mint mark, and if there are any unique errors like double strikes or missing letters. Current market value for a 1968 D penny in great shape? Around $1.8 million. But, of course, you've got to find the right buyer who understands its worth. So, whether you're looking to sell or just want to learn more, knowing the right platforms and resources is key. That's a wrap on today's deep dive into the 1968 D penny. If you found this helpful or just entertaining, don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. I post weekly videos about coins, collecting strategies, and how to find those hidden gems. And trust me, you won't want to miss out. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and happy coin hunting! See you in the next video. This script balances education with entertainment, including humor, a relatable story, and valuable insights for viewers interested in coin collecting. Hey, coin enthusiasts! Have you ever wondered if the penny sitting in your pocket could be worth over $1 million? Well, today, we're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and I've got a real gem to share with you: the 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Hey, folks! Welcome back to your channel name. If you love learning about rare coins and strategies for finding those hidden treasures, you've come to the right place. Today, we're talking about the legendary 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, grab a seat, because this coin story is worth more than just pocket change. So, what makes the 1973 no mint mark penny so special? Well, first things first, let's talk about how rare this coin actually is. Only a few hundred of these pennies were ever made without a mint mark, which means they're super scarce. And scarcity? That usually equals big bucks. So here's the scoop: back in 1973, the US Mint didn't produce any pennies with a mint mark. So, if you've got one, hold on to it tight. And here's a little personal story. I remember finding a penny in my grandfather's old coin collection years ago, and at the time, I didn't realize how much it could be worth. Fast forward to now, and it's worth over $1 million. Today, a 1973 no mint mark Lincoln penny can fetch anywhere from $100,000 to $1.1 million, yes, million with an M. That's because collectors and investors are always on the hunt for unique coins like these. And believe me, the bidding wars can get intense. Now, don't worry if you don't have one yet. Finding rare coins like this is about timing, knowledge, and a bit of luck. But when it comes to old coins, especially those with scarce mintages, research is your best friend. Coin grades play a huge role in how much your 1973 penny could be worth. A penny in mint state, MS, condition meaning no wear, no scratches, and a sharp strike is what makes it most valuable. If you've got one in this condition, you're sitting on a goldmine. And hey, even if it's not perfect, don't lose hope. Coins can still have value even with some wear. It's all about understanding what makes a coin unique, and sometimes, it's just the luck of the draw. So, whether you've got a 1973 no mint mark penny sitting in your collection or just stumbled upon one in your spare change, there's always a chance it could be worth a small fortune. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more tips, strategies, and fun stories from the coin world. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! See you next time on your channel name. Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Today, we're diving into something a little special, the 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny. Now, I know what you might be thinking. It's just a penny, right? But wait. This little piece of copper has made quite the splash in the coin world, and trust me, it's worth more than just pocket change. Alright, let's talk numbers. The 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark? Well, if you've got one sitting in your collection, you might want to double check because the current market value is around $1.2 million. Yep, you heard that right, a penny worth over $1 million. But why the heck is a simple penny worth so much? Well, here's the scoop: these pennies weren't meant to be rare, but a slight mistake happened during production. A couple of errors led to pennies being struck without a mint mark, making them ultra rare and highly valuable. Seriously, I've spent more time than I'd like to admit going through pennies like a detective on a mission. It's not a bad gig when you get to imagine you're solving a mystery every time you find one. But here's the thing: if you've got one of these pennies, don't just stash it away. You might want to consider getting it graded and authenticated. That can bump its value even higher. Speaking of personal stories, I once found a penny in a thrift store, not knowing if it was worth anything. I took it home, did some research, and boom! Turned out it was something special. Turns out, sometimes those little finds make the best stories, and the best investments. Whether you're a casual collector or a full-blown numismatic expert, coins like these can bring back some wild surprises. And trust me, the hunt is just as fun as the find. So, if you've enjoyed learning about the 2008 Abraham Lincoln penny and its jaw-dropping value, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more stories, tips, and strategies to share on coins worth big bucks. Let's build a community where we all geek out over this kind of stuff together. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting, coin lovers! See you in the next video.